Hey, what's going on, everybody? As promised, here is the little overview of the Matco MT2765 Stubby air impact wrench, as well as the big brother to that, the MT2779. We definitely beat the hell out of these things and tried them on all settings, everything from low to high, and pretty much what my conclusion is with these things is I'm impressed. I really am. I own the older version of the Stubby that I'll show you right here. This is the Stubby MT2760. I have owned this thing for years. As you can see, it is pretty used and abused. This thing has gotten me out of a lot of tight jams. Literally, when I say tight, because this thing is super stubby, but it is limited on power. It's a half-inch drive, but very, very limited on power. So some of the key differences here being the selector being on the front on this one. So you got your reverse, your forward, and your torque speeds right here. You got 1, 2, and 3. As opposed to the new one, which they switched the forward and reverse to the back, which you could use one-handed as well with your thumb. Keep your index finger on the trigger, thumb controlled back here. But the speed difference is a dial on the back as opposed to the one down here, 1, 2, and 3. Some people like that, some people don't. I'm still getting used to it. I've used this one for so many years that it is quite a challenge to remember that that's back there sometimes, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. And in all reality, I use this gun a lot of the time on the lowest setting, and it did more than what I needed it to do, which is just impressive. With this one, I could have this one on max torque setting, and it still will not do the things that this one does on the lowest. That's a huge advantage I think the new one has. Some of the other key advantages this one has is it does have a greasable zerk right there, so you could add grease to it and keep it preserved longer. You know, you take care of your tools, you oil it, you know, through your airport here, and you grease it, and the thing will last you literally forever. I mean, just to prove, I mean, this one doesn't have any kind of grease fitting at all. And this one still runs fine. I mean, I do oil it regularly, but no grease, and this thing's still a beast. So, some of the big differences there. Size. Let's get into size here. All right, so size here on the old one, you're looking at 3, just shy of 3.5. And on the new one, 3 3/4. So it is a little bit bigger, but with the power advantage, I think that fairly makes up for it. So that's the size comparison here. Let's do some other views here. All right. Looks like we got just under 7 inches here, as well as just under 7 inches here. So virtually just as tall as each other. Let's check out the width. And almost 2.5. And as far as width goes, you're looking at just under 3 inches, about 2 3/4 inches wide. Not bad. All right, so got a little quick overview of the features, such as the selector, the power selector, the size, the width, and everything like that. Which is primarily what you're going to be looking for when making a purchase on something like these. You want to make sure it gets into the tight areas that you're going to need it to get into. There are other options. They do have a right angle impact available now, as well as a flex head right angle impact too. So, you know, if you're in the market, do some research and find out what's going to work best for you. This thing has got me out of a lot of jams over the years, and this one is even more capable with the extra power. So make a decision for yourself, do some research. I think this is an excellent product, and super lightweight. The composite body makes a huge difference. I do like that they did keep this black instead of the raw aluminum color right here that kind of hides a little bit of the dings and stuff like that. I am not sure if they offer a boot for this, but I will ask my dealer today and see what he says, and I'll let you guys know in the video as I continue editing this whole process of the video. So I know the moment you've all been waiting for. You want to see it in action and some real world stuff. I did get some real world stuff here in the video footage, but also just for shits and giggles, I did have this thing do some pretty insane stuff, such as take off some bus wheels and whatnot. Those lug nuts are 33 millimeter, put on with a 1-inch gun. I am almost positive they are put on over torque spec most of the time, and let's see how this thing handled it. All right, so now you saw it in action. Let's talk about the big brother right here, the MT2779. This thing is a beast. This thing keeps up with the MG725 no problem. Not a lot of people in the market for the 1/2-inch stuff these days, but let me tell you, there still is a need for them. This thing will take off anything that a cordless will not, for sure. So keep that in mind. I have been slowly working on a video for months now, kind of just getting the best information I possibly can to share with you guys on the advantages and disadvantages of air versus cordless electric. I personally believe air is still going to be around for a long time. If your shop provides it, use it, because these things, they're unbeatable. Really, like, the power is insane. So this one, pretty much the same features. It's exactly the same as the small one. You got your torque dial back here, as well as your forward and reverse switches back here. Nice comfy trigger. Other than that, it's just, these things are extremely comfortable, and it's kind of a personal preference thing. They're like a hard plastic, but they do got these imprints. It's almost like honeycomb type of grip on there, and whether you're wearing gloves or you're using bare hands, you get a good grip on that, because those honeycombs kind of like dig into your skin there in a good way, and allows you to keep full control over the gun here. Oh, I'm sorry, impact. Yeah, that is more of a personal preference thing. A lot of people like the soft stuff. To me, the soft stuff, especially when it gets any kind of chemical on it, or oil especially, it becomes kind of slippery and you don't really have full control over it, as opposed to this kind of hard plastic stuff. And to me, I personally like that feel. There are several different colors, which I will show right here. So my overall thoughts and basically overview on these two Matco products, I would definitely invest in the Stubby, because everybody is going to need to get in some sort of tight spot, especially the way they're making vehicles nowadays. Everything's getting tighter, and I think this will give you a huge advantage when taking off stubborn fasteners. This one, definitely needed if you work on heavy duty stuff. If you're doing brakes, steering, suspension, heavy duty stuff, you're gonna need something with a lot of power to break them loose, and it's a lot quicker to grab an air impact than it is to grab a breaker bar sometimes, especially in confined spots. So definitely good to have in your arsenal if you are needing to break something loose. So I'm very happy with these. Big shout out to my Matco dealer, Kevin. Kevin is awesome, and he was cool enough to lend us these to give you guys this video. So give him a follow on Instagram. I will give you the link or a little description down here below. He's a great guy. He definitely knows his stuff. And if you ever have any tool questions, if you're in the Ventura County area, hit him up. He'll take care of you guys. So I appreciate you guys watching this quick overview of the Matco tools, Stubby, and full-size impact. And hope to catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.